जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी 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 जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोधनंदन जय व्रज जन रंजन 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 जय यमुना तीरवन चारे जय कुंज बिहारी 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 जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवर जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोधनंदन जय व्रज जन रंजन जय यशोधनंदन जय व्रज जन रंजन जय यमुना तीरवन चारे जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना तीरवन चारे जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्री श्री राधा वल्लभ की जय, श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय, श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र देवी की जय, नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, शील गुरुदेव की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshurvunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katha Mahyam Datati Swapatantikam. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum dhinatarinam paramananda madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudhirayet. Shinvatam swakata Krishna punyashravana kirtanam hridayantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti suhritsatham nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 20. The title of the chapter is Dynasty of Puru. Text number 28. Correct? Mrigan Chukla Dhatha Krishna Hiranyena Parivrata Adhat Karmani Masnare Niyutani Chaturdhasa. Mrigan Shukla Datha Krishna Mrigan Shukla Datha Krishna Hiranyena Parivrata Hiranyena Parivrata Adhat Karmani Masnare Adhat Karmani Masnare Niyutani Chaturdhasa Niyutani Chaturdhasa. Mrigan Shukla Datha Krishna Hiranyena Parivrata Adhat Karmani Masnare Niyutani Chaturdhasa. Mrigan Shukla Datha Krishna Hiranyena Parivrata Adhat Karmani Masnare Niyutani Chaturdhasa. Mrigan Shukla Datha Krishna Hiranyena Parivrata Adhat Karmani Masnare Niyutani Chaturdhasa. Krishna Hiranyena Parivrata Adhat karmani masnare niyotani chaturdasa. Mrigan shukladata Krishnan Hiranyena parivratan Adhat karmani masnare niyotani chaturdasa. Mrigan shukladata Krishnan Hiranyena parivratan Adhat karmani masnare niyotani chaturdasa. Mrigan shukladata Krishnan Hiranyena parivratan Adhat karmani masnare niyotani chaturdasa. Mrigan shukladata Krishnan Hiranyena parivratan Adhat karmani masnare niyotani chaturdasa. Krishna Hiranyena parivratan Adhat karmani masnare niyotani chaturdasa. Mrigan, first class elephants. Sukladhatha, with very white tusks. Krishna, with black bodies. Hiranyena, with gold ornaments. Parivratan, completely covered. Adhat, give in charity. Karmani, in the sacrifice. Masnare, by the name Masnara, or in the place known as Masnara. Niyutani, lakhs. 1 lakh equals 100,000. Chaturdasa, 14. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Maharaj Bharat performed the sacrifice known as Masnara, or a sacrifice in the place known as Masnara, he gave in charity 14 lakhs of excellent elephants with white tusks and black bodies, completely covered with golden ornaments. There is no purport for few slokas. I'll read the slokas. Bharatasya mahatkarma na purve na pare nrupa naiva purnaiva prapsyanti bahubhyam trividham yatha. As translation, as one cannot approach the heavenly planet simply by the strength of his arms, for who can touch the heavenly planets with his hands? One cannot imitate the wonderful activities of Maharaj Bharat. No one could perform such activities in the past, nor will anyone be able to do so in the future. Text number 30. Kirata hunara yavana paundran kankan khasan chakan abramanya drupam chahan mlechan dik vijaye akilan. Translation. When Maharaj Bharat was on tour, he defeated or killed all the Kiratas, Hunas, Yavanas, Paundras, Kankas, Kasas, Sakas, and the kings who were opposed to the Vedic principles of Brahminical culture. Text number 31. Jitva Purushasura Devan Ye Rasagamsi Bijare Devastriyo Rasam Nita Pranibi Punar Agharat. Translation. Formerly, after conquering the demigods, all the demons had taken shelter in the lower planetary system known as Rasatala and had brought all the wives and daughters of the demigods there also. Maharaj Bharat, however, rescued all these women along with their associates from the clutches of the demons, and he returned them to the demigods. text number 32. Sarvan kaman duduhatu prajanam tasya rodasi samastrinaiva sahassahasair dikshu chakram avartrayat. Maharaj provided all necessities for his subjects, both on this earth and in the heavenly planets. For 27,000 years, he circulated his orders and distributed his soldiers in all directions. Sasamrat Logapalakyam Aishwaryam Adirat Sriyam Chakram Sakshulitam Pranan Mrisheti Uparamaha. Translation: as the ruler of the entire universe, Emperor Bharata had the opulence of a great kingdom and unconquerable soldiers. His sons and family had seemed to him to be his entire life. But finally he thought of all this as an impediment to spiritual advancement. Therefore, he ceased from enjoying it. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj Bharat had incomparable opulence in sovereignty, soldiers, sons, daughters, and everything for material enjoyment. But when he realized that all such material opulences were useless for spiritual advancement, he retired from material enjoyment. The Vedic civilization enjoins that after a certain age, following in the footsteps of Maharaj Bharat, one should cease to enjoy material opulences and should take the order of Vanaprastha. Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Buddha Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Swami Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradaya Namadayana Haragramatharani. So, see, it's very interesting. We have not seen one elephant or two elephants. We have to go to the zoo only nowadays. But here, 14,000 elephants actually. It's all sometimes mind-boggling because we are in Kali Yuga. It's very hard to imagine all these things. But Shastra is a pramana. We can't question the Shastra. With 14,000 elephants, not just simple elephants, white tusk, and then decorated with the golden ornaments. So this is all like out of the world for us actually. But now, whatever money we get, they put the money into the opening the casino, this and that. They spend the money in all these unquestionable ways. But the kings, they had their own opulence, their own way of spending. And so here, Srila Prabhupada makes wonderful comparisons. He says, this opulence is like the royal order, this opulence is normal actually. Prabhupada quotes in a place, when Devaki was getting married, King Devaka gave so much horses, elephants, chariots as dowry, gift to Devaki when she got married. No? So this is like sometimes when as a gift is given, sometimes it is given as a charity. So this is like this is opulence of the absolute. Opulence of the absolute is different, no? Because this is like a opulence of the great devotees of the Lord. Maharaj Bharat also happened to be a wonderful devotee of the Lord. So here giving in charity, not like a little bit of charity, but so many horses, so many elephants, and with all gold and decoration. And Srila Prabhupada sometimes jokes also, because one conversation, Prabhupada said, how much is the gold nowadays? And then he asked for a calculation, how much gold is needed for making one decoration for that. Then it's almost like, you can't even imagine. Today, look at the gold price. 14,000 elephants have to be decorated with gold. Like, you don't have Prabhupada jokes. No? Like, you don't even have a gold to buy for your family, wife and children. And elephants are given that so much gold. See, that's the opulence of the... But now, with the plastic or the reusable thing, that only we are very happy actually. Like even the 22 carat, 24 carat, all the carats are gone. Now only 14 carat, 12 carat, even no carat only they will have something. This is our problem, imitation gold. This is our, and now we are very proud also. This is another problem because we don't have anything to be proud of, but still we are very proud of our opulences. But we are proud of all our different vehicles, different things. So we have possessed this. So it's very opulent. And Prabhupada says here, in another place, Prabhupada says, at that time, all his brothers followed him. This is like a Yudhishthira Maharaj. Is after the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they are all going to see Bhishma Dev. Yeah, this is Bhishma Panchaka is finishing today. I thought maybe we'll talk about this a little bit. At that time, all his brothers followed him in beautiful chariots, drawn by first-class horses decorated with gold ornaments. With them were Vyasa and rishis like Daumya, the learned priest, Pandavas and others. So Prabhupada says, one important word is here, Sadaishwarya Swarna Bhushitai. Formerly, the horses were used in military division. Horses, chariot, elephants, and then infantry. So not one or two, but one division of military phalanx contained required 60,000 horses, akshahuni. So many horses, so many elephants, so many chariot, and so many infantry soldiers. That will compose one division of soldiers. So I exactly remember. So then Prabhupada says 60,000 horses. So all the horses, when they're required for procession or going to fight, we are all decorated with golden ornaments. Swarna Bhushitai. So just imagine all the saddles of the horse. If they are golden ornamented, how many ounces you will require to decorate the horse? And what is the price of gold now? So this is Prabhupada asked in this. So this is the situation, our situation, because so much opulence is there and they didn't misuse it actually. They used everything in the service of the Lord and giving it to the Brahmana. So that is also like when you give something to the Brahmana, Brahmana doesn't keep anything for himself. It's a nice pastime where the Yudhishthira Maharaj performed this Rajasuya Yajna. So all the Brahmanas were given so much of gold, so much of silver, they just threw it away, use and throw. But even the plastic plate, we don't use and throw actually, we just wash it and keep it in that area so that we can use it later. But golden plate, they were just thrown. We can only imagine only, we can't. Plastic, we are in a culture where plastic plate only we don't throw, and want to talk of golden plate and silver plate. So this is the type of things they existed. No? This is what we have to understand when Shastra says there was a culture, there was a civilization like this also existed. But now this civilization also we are going through. That's just a contrast. And now here, and this is one first sloka. Then second sloka is talking about when Maharaj Bharat performed, this is sacrifice. As one cannot approach the heavenly planet simply by the strength of his arms, for who can touch the heavenly planets with his hands? One cannot imitate the wonderful activities of Maharaj Bharat. No one could perform such activities in the past, nor will anyone be able to do so in the future. This is the nature. Because all the activities the Supreme Lord performed, they are all to be, can appreciate that. We can just follow that, but we can't imitate that. Like Lord Krishna performed so many wonderful pastimes. We can just, Krishna performed all these pastimes so that our hearts can be attracted to him. That is the only purpose. That is a Krishna's mission statement. Companies have a mission statement. Krishna also has a mission statement. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinasaya dushkritam, dharma samsthapanarthaya, sambhavami yuge. This is Krishna's mission statement. So to fulfill the mission statement, Krishna comes and appears and then performs all these pastimes. And these pastimes cannot be imitated. We can appreciate that. Yes, this is Supreme Lord, like lifting the Govardhan hill from the little finger in the left hand. It's not possible. But it is possible for the Lord. Lord can do anything. He created everything and he can maintain that and he can annihilate anything, whatever he wants. So this is the opulence of the Lord. And same way, the opulence of the devotees like Maharaj Bharat and Bhishma Dev are great personalities, Yudhishthira Maharaj. That is also very great actually. They performed so many activities and then that is imitatable. That is, we can't imitate those activities. So Srila Prabhupada says here, this type of, no one could perform such activities in the past, nor will anyone be able to do so in the, na bhuto na bhavishyate. In Sanskrit they say, na bhuto na bhavishyate. It's not going to happen in the past, not going to the future, because these type of activities are so glorious. So, and as the glories of the Lord are great, the same way the glories of the devotees are also great. Because they follow in the footsteps of the Lord and their glories also becomes wonderful. And Srila Prabhupada explains in a place this, there are two words in Sanskrit, anukarana and anusarana. Anukarana means imitation and anusarana means following. These two things we have to remember. Because we can't imitate. We can't imitate Lord Shiva drinking this halakala poison. Because he can do that. Because he is an exalted personality. He can do that and he can still survive also. But we can just even a pinch of that will finish us actually. Same way Lord Krishna performed so many pastimes. But we have to follow them. But we can't imitate them. Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill. So if you say you are claiming to be Krishna, first lift Govardhan Hill before come to the Rasa Leela or other pastimes. Krishna kill Aghasur, Bakasur, Putana. Little bit you do that Leela first and then come to. That's why Śrīmad Bhāgavatam talks about first 9 cantos, all the different glories of the Lord. First understand who Krishna is. Then we have anything to say about Krishna. First you go through first 9 cantos. Understand Krishna, who Krishna is and what is his position. And that is why Bhagavad Gita says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. That is the beauty. If at all we are here in the material world, we all want to finish this business and go back home, back to Godhead. So the process is very simple. We have to understand, Janma karma chame divyam. Krishna only says, my karma, my janma and karma, chame divyam. This is transcendental, nothing to do with this material world, even though it looks like material. Even though Krishna is staying here, performing this pastime, but that's not material. Because this is like Krishna's internal energy is playing everything. And this activity is, when we understand that this divyam, then tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Then you don't have to take birth again in the material world. This is the beauty. If you understand this one sloka, that is sufficient actually. One sloka. In tattva, we have to understand in truth, not just, oh yeah, I understood. Okay. It's not that type of understanding. We have to understand factually. Yes, there cannot be any flaw in Krishna. This is how Krishna is absolute. Krishna is absolute. There cannot be any flaw. If the flaw is there, that means in our understanding. Flaw is in our understanding only, not in Krishna. Arjuna is asking this question. When Krishna says, I instructed this knowledge to Sun God, all these things, then Arjuna had a question. Krishna, we both are contemporaries. How do I understand that you instructed this science to Sun God? He didn't say that, Krishna, you are bluffing. No. He says, there is a fault in my understanding. How do I understand this? So we have to understand how to understand. Then Krishna says, Bahuni me vetitani janmani tavasarjuna tanyaham sarva vetani natvam veta parantapa. So then he says, both you and I have taken many births. I remember all of them, but you don't remember. So this is the way Krishna is teaching us. So then the next sloka goes on saying, when Maharaj Bharat was on tour, he defeated or killed all the Kiratas, Hunas, Yavanas, Poundras, Kankas, Kasas, Sakas, and so many people who are opposed to the Vedic principles of the Brahminical culture. So this is one of the duties of the king. So the king is called Naradeva. Naradeva means he's a representative of the Lord in the earthly planet. He's a Naradeva. So Prabhupada says here, the king or Naradeva is representative. As such, king's duty is to personally supervise distribution of wealth for the maintenance of all living entities. If he does so, he will be as reputable as Narayan. If he is doing all these activities, then he is as reputable as Narayan. Like a Prithu Maharaj, when he was there, he also performed so many activities. So this is like Prithu Maharaj was a Saktivesha avatar, but still, if a king performs all these activities, then king also will be elevated to not only the heavenly planet, he will go back home, back to Godhead actually. Because the king, he's not only it's very hard to understand the modern kings. They don't want to, modern prime minister, or nobody wants to leave that position actually. Look at this, the person may become very old, but still he will contest in this election, this, that, and he will not, until otherwise Yamaraj comes and does something, like otherwise they won't leave actually. But look at these people, like just Bharat Maharaj, not only this Bharat Maharaj, previous Bharat Maharaj also, the dear Maharaj. So he also completely just leave it and then gone actually. Because that's in the next sloka is going to talk about. But here the king is responsible not only for collecting taxes, he is responsible for the material and spiritual well-being of the citizens actually. Because he has to see to that everybody is engaged in their occupational duties, varna and ashrama. And then king has to establish. And then if a king is able to do that, then he will also get the favor of the Lord, and he will also go back home, back to God. That is why it is his own vested interest. My citizens are looking after everything, they are doing their spiritual activity. It's like the same as a head of the family. Head of the family has to look after his Krishna consciousness and also the Krishna consciousness of the dependents also. Because you have a family, you are looking after them. So that means, when you look after them, then you also get the benefit of, you have helped them in their Krishna consciousness. Krishna will be very favorably inclined towards you also. So Srila Prabhupada says that, and the king should not become a tax collector and enjoyer of the opulence. The kings were called Raja Rishi, like Yudhishthira Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj. They were all like Raja Rishi. They are Rishi. They are not like a normal saintly with all the Kamandulu, Gumandulu, not that type of Rishis. They were still the kings, but they were rishis also. So this is it is practical. Even nowadays, even the modern, I don't want to get to the party, and otherwise they will say I am a representative of this party or that party. Even current Kali Yuga situation, still you can maintain your sanity even you are in politics section. This is still examples are there. Go look at the newspaper, not ask me here in the class. So this is possible. So Maharaj Bharat, even though he had so much opulence and power, he did not continue to enjoy them till the end. So this is getting to the final sloka where it says, as the ruler of the entire universe, Emperor Bharat had the opulence of a great kingdom, unconquerable soldiers. His sons and family had seemed to him to be entire life, but finally he thought of all this an impediment to the spiritual advancement. Therefore, he ceased from enjoying it. So this is the conclusion we all have to come to. Maharaj Puru was given, we all read that, Maharaj Puru was given this youth, exchanged, not Yayati, sorry, apologies, not Puru, Yayati. And then after so many years of enjoyment, he came to the conclusion that there is nothing here. But we also, so this is what we have to come to the understanding that, I also will go through all of this and finally understand the futility and then give up. Instead, that is why Shastra is there. Shastra is saying there is no Sara here. Bhakti Sara Prabhu is here, but no Sara. Because this is like no substance here. But this will not come very easily also. This will come only in the association of devotees. When you perform bhakti, that's why it is mentioned, when you perform bhakti, this automatically vairagya, jnana and vairagya will automatically come. Jnana and vairagya is a byproduct of bhakti. It's not, you don't have to separately endeavor for jnana, separately endeavor for vairagya. Because when you engage the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there is a slokas there. Remember that sloka? Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayanti Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Haitukam. Jnanam Haitukam. This Jnana and Vairagya is automatically come. Because so many people are aiming, the other transcendental people, they are aiming for, I want to get Jnana, I want to get Vairagya. But this Jnana and Vairagya is just given as a byproduct actually. When you perform Bhakti, this is automatically given. This is like a freebie. This is what we have to take that. That's kings did that. So here, Prabhupada says here, as a great Raja Rishi, he had perfect understanding what is the purpose of life and executed his duties towards the family, citizens, and took up Vanaprastha. That is the standard of Vedic culture. Because this is, as a great king, as a Raja Rishi, he understood. And what is the time to give up this whole thing? And then he gave up. And like Maharaj Bharat gave up, and here also this Maharaj Bharat, he also gave up. And this is the nature. Yudhishthira Maharaj also he gave up actually. It's in fact it is interesting, after the whole battlefield of Kurukshetra, Yudhishthira Maharaj was lamenting actually. He was lamenting, and Prabhupada says here, after Kurukshetra battle, King Yudhishthira was very unhappy, and even Lord Krishna he is Supreme Lord, even he tried to pacify him, he could not be pacified. It's not that he could not be pacified, but Krishna had a plan, different plan. So then Krishna said, now you go to Bhishma Dev, who is lying in the bed of arrows, and you inquire from him. But can't he pacify him? Why should we go to Bhishma Dev and inquire from him? Why? Any idea? You know that. I'm just asking question only. Not that, when I say question, that means not that you don't know. I'm just asking the question. Yeah, because why? Why is asking? Glorify Bhishma Dev, because Bhishma Dev, even though he was defeated, he was in the bed of arrows and all these things, but he is a great devotee of the Lord. He is not an ordinary person. Bhishma Dev is a great personality. So that is why, so much so, Krishna personally came, gave darshan, because he knew everything. All the Ashtanga Yoga, he knows everything. He knows how to take this soul to Brahmarandra, everything, all these things he knows. But he didn't depend on any of that. He never depended on all these different yoga practice. No, he depended on Supreme Lord to come. And Krishna is also, see, the devotees are trying to glorify Krishna, and Krishna is not just like observing everything and sitting. No, he is thinking, how can I glorify my devotee? So he is saying, Yudhishthira, no, I can't do that. You go and ask. So Lord Krishna wanted to prove to that whole universe that my devotee Bhishma, even though he may be lying in the bed of arrows, he can speak wonderfully. He can say all the Jati Dharma, Kula Dharma, the Raja Dharma, everything he was speaking. So many things is talking about. This is all this Bhishma Yudhishthira Samvada. Because the Vishnu Sahasranam, this Vishnu Sahasranama Stostra is also part of that the conversation. Because all this conversation between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Bhishma Dev, it's all documented there actually. So he talked of so many things actually. He gave so much instructions. So these are all the way Lord is glorifying. Devotee is glorifying, and the Lord in turn, he is trying to glorify the devotee. This transcendental reciprocation you will not find in the material world actually. The material world, you do something, and what will happen? This is like the boss will take the credit and then he will go away actually. Boss will not mention to his boss that my subordinate, no, I did that. But here, the devotional service is completely different. The devotee, whatever he does, he gives the credit to Guru and Krishna. Actually, he is the person. We are only instrument. Not Krishna says to Arjuna, Nimitta matram bhavasavyasachin. You become an instrument. If you become an instrument in the hand of Krishna, then everything will be all right. Krishna only does everything for us actually. But Krishna uses, you put yourself as an instrument in the hand of Krishna, that is your glory. That is your glory. You can say that, this is what they say, like a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement will spread anywhere. But the question is whether you want to be part of that or not. That is the only question. So don't think that, if you don't participate in the Sankirtan movement, so Sankirtan movement is going to stop or something. No. Sankirtan movement is not going to stop, but you won't be able to participate in that glorious movement. That is the only question. Whether it's the movement according to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire or Lord Krishna's desire, that will go. But it is your glory that if you associate yourself and you can contribute a little bit towards the movement, then that is your glory. That's whether you want to take it or not, it's up to us only. It's not, Krishna is not waiting for, Krishna has competent servants are there. So many competent servants can finish everything. Like Bhaktivedanta Thakur, so one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, so Bhaktivedanta Thakur is a great Vaishnava, so he could have done all of that. He asked the question, Prabhupada, you can't argue with Prabhupada. Prabhupada immediately shoot back. Bhaktivedanta Thakur can do that, but he left something for you to do something actually. Because he answered that question. So all the acharyas are there. They could have done everything, but they left something so that we can also engage in Krishna's service. So now this is where here it is mentioned, Bhishma Dev, in the 9th chapter, it is willed by Lord Sri Krishna, Bhishma Dev will impart instructions to King Yudhishthira on the subject of occupational duties. Bhishma Dev will also offer his last prayer to the Lord on the verge of passing away from this mortal world, and thus become liberated from the bondage of further material entanglements. Bhishma Dev was endowed with the power of leaving material body at will, and his lying down in the bed of arrows was his own choice. This passing away of the great warrior attracted the attention of all contemporary elites, and all of them assembled there to show their feelings of love, respect and affection for the great soul. So so here Maharaj Bharat had incomparable opulence, so much, you can't even imagine like what is this, our opulence and their opulence. And it says here, when he realized that all such material opulences were useless for spiritual advancement. Sometimes this can be an impediment actually. This can become an impediment. Sometimes opulence, if the opulence is used in the service of Krishna, that is good. Krishna, this is like we have a yukta vairagya. That's fine. But if the opulence is used for our own sense gratification, then it becomes a difficulty. That becomes an entanglement. That's what Maharaj Bharat felt here. He says here, this spiritual advancement. Then he retired from material enjoyment. Because this is like the Vedic civilization enjoins that after a certain age, following the footsteps of Maharaj Bharat, one should cease to enjoy material opulence and should take the order of Vanaprastha. So the Vedic system is arranged in such a way, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. So this is the standard, like maybe first 25 years and then next 25 years. If somebody can remain a Naishtika Brahmachari, well and good. But not everybody can remain a Naishtika Brahmachari. So that is not the... So who can control the senses and who can remain Naishtika Brahmachari? That's good. But if we can't, still you get married and produce children and then engage them also in Krishna consciousness. It's like as a king. Because in one sense there is no difference between a king or a father or a mother or a guru. They are all the same. Actually the same business they are doing. Because they are all doing the same business, Krishna's business. Krishna wants all of us to come back home, back to Godhead. And Guru is helping, sadhus are helping, Shastra is helping. And so the person, king also helping. So here we see how Maharaj Bharat, he ordered everyone to follow these principles, Vedic principles. And wherever there is a deviation, then he fixed them. So this is the glory of Maharaj Bharat. And then he says, footsteps of Maharaj Bharat, one should cease to enjoy material opulences and should take to the order of Vanaprastha. So this is like somehow or other in Kali Yuga, taking sannyas, maybe sannyas just for a name's sake, it is not recommended. But if somebody, the Vaishnava sannyasis are there, because that is for preaching purposes. So somebody asked this question, then if why sannyasi is there in Vaishnavism? Because this is for preaching purposes. For preaching purposes, they no entanglement, no problem or anything. So they keep on going everything. So these are all like exemplary devotees in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So we have to hear about them, and we can try to put that whatever the principles in our practice, and then we can also follow, and we can also attain the same result, similar result. We can also attain them. So I'll stop here. If there's any questions or comments, any corrections, please. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
One very common question comes every time. Bhishma Panchak is the passing away of Bhishma Dev.
Yeah, I also got this question. I know the question will come also.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I asked few devotees because this is whether the time maybe is my understanding, correct, it's not, I don't have any reference or anything. Maybe this is his preparation for passing away. Maybe it's like he's passing away in the Makara Sankranti time, no? Like that's a bit later. Maybe this is a preparation for the passing away. Maybe I may be completely wrong. So I don't follow Bhishma Panchaka also, so I don't know much about that. But I tried to ask this question, but I didn't get any categorical answer indicating that. If anybody knows anything, because normally the Bhishma Dev passing away will come bit later, correct? That's
because Gita Jayanti is
and that's where the sun passes from that. Correct, Prabhu. Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, I asked this question to a few devotees. I didn't get any answer, Prabhu. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll continue to do that. But this is like maybe I was thinking maybe it's like preparing for that, or not that immediately passing away or something. I don't know. This is somebody can clarify that with some of the pandits. Yes, ma.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the nice class. Prabhu, my question is, will we only be able to seek Lord Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead, once we have renounced everything and attained complete Vairagya? Because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, you have to renounce everything. And we see the big kings like Bharat Maharaj and Yudhishthira Maharaj, coming to the end of their life, they were serving, using everything in Krishna's service. But towards the end, when they renounced everything and went to the forest,
So when they renounce something, because see, as we discussed that there are two kinds of renunciation, two kinds of utilization, Yukta Vairagya and Falgu Vairagya. Okay, so anything material or anything, we can use it in Krishna's service. Okay, but when Krishna himself, he finished his pastimes and then went, Then Yudhishthira Maharaj thought, no, anyway, they have done whatever they have to do because they have looked after the citizens, and then there is a natural Parikshit Maharaj is there. So there was no need for them to, because this is the thing, no, like they had so much realization. So now everything is done. So now Krishna, because they find the vacuum in Krishna's, Krishna finished his pastime, and they just complete. Actually, Srila Prabhupada says, after hearing the word that Krishna has finished a pastime, they completely lost their interest in anything, actually. Completely lost. They completely became like a walking, this is like almost like a dead only. Because they are so much attached to Krishna, they could not tolerate it. Their position is different. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, this each moment becomes, without Govinda, becomes like intolerable, actually. Because that is why they said, like, oh no, we also want to finish. And then at that time, they all cared for each and so much, but everybody went on their own. Yudhishthira Maharaj is going like that, Bhima is going like that. So this is the position. Because at the end of the day, we came alone, and we are going to go alone only. But in the middle, we have to help each other. But that doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. I came alone, going alone, we hate each other. No, not like that. We have to help each other in spiritual. But a time will come where we all have to fly our own plane. Prabhupada says, like when you are on the ground, people can train you and everything. But when you start flying, that's why we need to know these things. Yes, one day will come where we have to be on our own. And at that time, only the person can help is Krishna only. Krishna can help. Krishna will give the direction. As a Paramatma, he will guide you. All this. So that is why there is no contradiction. Yes, as long as he was a king, he used everything in the service of Krishna. And now the Krishna finished his pastimes and gone, so then he understands, okay, there is no need for what else for this, the material world without Krishna, or association of Krishna. For devotee also like that only, like a devotee. And when Srila Prabhupada was about to pass away, so then they asked this, do you have any desire? Koi ichha nahi. They asked this question, the Vaidya asked him, Koi ichha nahi. That means I don't know, no desire. Prabhupada could have elaborated so many things, but he says, no, that's it. So the same way, we also have to, yes, when you have, the devotee doesn't use that in his own sense gratification. He should not use in sense gratification. But as long as the capacity is there, if he can put everything in Krishna's service, he will do that. And if the time comes when he wants to pass away, then he will pass away. So then at that time, so there is no apparent contradiction in that. What Yudhishthira Maharaj did, what Maharaj Bharat did, even Parikshit Maharaj, whatever he did, there is no contradiction in that. So while they were ruling the country, ruling the kingdom, they did everything nicely, and then as a natural progression, they just went to Vanaprastha, and then they finished their lives. Is that correct? Or any clarification? Or you can say that?
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Also today is a Tulasi Saligram Vivaha. There are few many pastimes are there. So I just sent a message. So maybe if you can read that. So and Bhugarbha Goswami and also Kashishwara Pandit disappearance and Nimbaraka-charya appearance. There is some pastimes are there. So we didn't have time to discuss all of that. But some reading material is there. So it's there in the group and it's in the email also. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Andani Yasa Sakalem Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami 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 Govindam Adi Purusham
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanshan Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathantam Tvam Sajivam Shadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhana Lalita विशाखान्वितांश्च श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna